should we see some interesting first-round games? This is a really good first-round matchup.
Absolutely. I think either team has a very good chance of winning. Both teams were actually in last Sunday's King of the Beta tourney. Very much looking forward to both of these teams play. We see the Warrior for Chieftain Ninjas heading across, as well as the Thief heading right behind him. They're going straight to mine, where only Pish's Ranger is holding steady. Looks like 2v3 in midpoint. Oh, they're all three of them stealth heading up to mid. Gonna get the jump on him.
Immediately, Tage just take a ton of damage. He does have cooldowns back up though. I think he's gonna be fine for a little while here. Looks like the portal does go down. Looks like they're actually gonna teleport out of here and back to Henge. Looks like they might actually be pushing over towards mine, where they did have an interesting team fight go. I think they're probably gonna put Tage on that back point.
Yeah, it does look like Chieftain Ninjas did manage to capture the mine. So it does look like Chieftain Ninjas is going to have control of both outside capture points. It does look like Pish is going to manage to take midpoint here. So it will give Chieftain Ninjas an early advantage, 30-0, with 2 points in their name. Do see the Team Pish actually scoring their first few points now that they got their capture point. The way this game works is every 2 seconds you gain 1 point. The first team to 500, you gain 1 point every capture point you have. Also, kills, complete stomp, provide 5 points. First team to 500 actually wins, and we see that actually the Chieftain Ninjas have a very solid lead right off the bat.
So we have a little skirmish here going on Henge. Looks like Puri actually did go down here, and they do get the corpse damage on him, so he's not going to be able to res up. Looks like they're trying to focus down Zorba here as well. Rom actually did go down here in the... Oh, actually does get... Let's see what happens here. Come on, Rom. Looks like more one's going for the stomp here on... Rom actually does get stomped out. I'm going to switch over here to Wannabe Thief. Looks like he's... Again, remember, Wannabe Thief is not a thief. He's actually an elementalist.
Correct,
That's
yes.
going to mess with me for the next couple of games. It's going to be ridiculous.
We do see Jexter, the actual thief, just gets down. Looks like Jim is about to... Ooh, did they stop him?
He
actually tells away. He does get the...
He actually got Illusion of Life. Illusion of Life. He's got 15 seconds. For those of you not familiar with Illusion of Life, he's got 15 seconds to make something happen. After 15 seconds, he actually go back into down state. He needs to get a stomp to be able to rally in the next 15 seconds.
A stomp or just a body killed via damage. Just a complete death will allow them to rally.
So Jexter actually does go back down. Yeah, they're actually going to res him up here. Selthorm is down as well. Seltham, rather, is down as well. Looks like they're going to try to get the stomp on him.
Chieftain Ninjas barely holding on. He is just about to go down.
Seltham actually does get res back up, and Jexter is down for the count. Puri's actually really close to going down here as well. Looks like he's going to try to disengage, get out of this fight here. He's going to try to throw down some of that swiftness, which he actually misses.
Oh, we do see Jim chasing him down. He does manage to down him. See if is he going to bleed him out. Oh, it does look like the thief is actually going to be able to res him.
He looks like he threw the poison down. He's going to try to do some corpse damage here. Yeah, he looks like he does get back up here. Looks like Jim's going to jump into Sword Dagger as well, try to get some more damage going on. Wannabe Thief. What else we got going on here? Puri is down still, and looks like he's going to be down for the count here.
We do see 2 points being held currently by That's So Pish, actually making their way back into the game, currently down by about 25 points, but they do have 2 points, and they're making their way back in. If they do manage to keep control of these 2 points, they're definitely going to be making their way back in the game. We do see 3 That's So Pish coming up to reinforce midpoint, as we see the Elementalist coming up to for Chieftain Ninjas come in and maybe harass it a little bit, but I don't think he's going to be able to handle or to threaten at all with the Guardian here of Pish holding strong.
Yeah, Pish did have a little bit of a rough start here. They were only able to capture middle point, and it took them a long time to actually get a point nailed down. So they did have quite the deficit at the very beginning of the game here.
We do see actually Pish taking the lead here. Actually, the 2 points have allowed them to take about 6-point lead. There is a team fight heading right over by Henge. It's, what is this, a 4v4, 3v3 here? It's hard to tell. There's a huge team fight. Combo fields being thrown all over the place.
Looks like there's actually Jim's down on the red team. We also have 2 down on the blue team. Looks like they're going to try to res Rom up. Actually, he gets stomped in the middle of the res. Puri is still down. He's down on point. They're throwing some corpse damage, or some cleave onto him, rather. Trying to get him taken out here as well. Jim actually goes back down again. He gets immediately rallied up here. And they have... this is just up and down, up and down.
Yeah, absolutely. It does look like Pish is going to manage to hold on to this point. They do stomp. Is it Jexter on point there? Oh, no. He's out of the way. And he does bleed out, forcing the kill. Another 5 points in red team towards Pish. 217, 167. Currently, Pish has a very firm hold on 2 points, but it does look like they're actually going to be sneaking a mob kill here. That's going to be 25 points unless The Chieftain Ninjas somehow come over and last hit this mob. But it doesn't look like they get a quick kill. 25 more points, currently leading 260 to 177, taking a firm lead on this game.
Looks like Chieftain Ninja's gathering up over here over by mine. Looks like they might be trying to push mid here.
It looks like both teams actually gathering up in front of mid. They're getting ready for this. It does look like...
got to be careful here. He's got 2 refuse right here. He could get bursted down pretty easily. He's going to try to go for the neutral on mid. He's going to make it there before Jim does, but I don't think he's going to get the full neutral.
Oh, no. Telly right in there to keep it in their favor. Great job getting right in the circle, allowing them to keep that capture point. I think they were just maybe a half a second away. It was incredibly close. But there is a team fight here. It looks like 4v3 here. We do see both teams really obviously want this point, but it's on the burden of Team SO Pish to hold on to this point. They absolutely have to keep a body on point, because if they even get a body off point for 1 second, I feel like it could be neutralized. We do see a portal up here. We do see Chieftain Ninjas actually evacuating, completely abandoning hope, heading back to their point. So it does look like they might be going for their kill as well now. It looks like the Chieftain Ninjas are about to get a mob kill. They do get 25 points as soon as they kill this. Yes, 25 points towards Chieftain Ninjas. We do see Pish actually assaulting their last point. I don't know. I feel like this is a little overzealous here. Maybe it's a good distraction keeping them on the point, but I feel like they've already got a firm lead. If they were to hold on to this, they could definitely take it. I guess it's a good thing to keep them all on the far point, keeping the Chieftain Ninjas away from their 2 points. We do see actually a contested fight over here on midpoint. Oh, but we immediately Pish reinforces with a teleport back or a portal back. Great job keeping them at far point. Very nice tactic by that So Pish.
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, I think Pish really has the advantage here in the team fights. They've been doing a pretty good job, and I think pushing their far point actually is not a bad idea. I would like to see them go back into it, but they did portal back, like I said. It was a nice little distraction there. The spread on the points here is just getting wider and wider the longer that Pish has to, or pardon me, that Chieftain Ninjas has to try to watch their home point. Again, they do have one of their most, the biggest utility player on their team is just sitting back point. They're really going to be down these fights with having that Guardian just sit back point. Like I said, he's very, very team orientated, great for going in for the reses. He's got all the condition removal as well, and they're just letting him sit at home point and kind of just AFK out of the game here.
Yeah, we do see a team fight right, not really even on a point at all. We see the Chieftain Ninjas really trying to make something happen, get to a point here, but the Team Pish is doing an incredible job zoning them away from the points, keeping them off, just gets another kill, currently leading by almost double the points. Team Pish is about to take this first round.
I think it'd be a little bit risky, but I think at this point they should probably have taken Tage off of back point and just try to get him into a fight and try to push some more 5v5 or 5v4.
I would agree.
I know it's a little risky, taking someone off of your back point, but sometimes you just got to make that call, man.
Absolutely. Team Pish doing a wonderful job. We see them actually grabbing the monster right now, going to be another 25 points, immediately actually going to finish it up. Good game, first round, Team That's So Pish.
Yeah, it was an interesting game. At the very beginning, it was a little rough at the very beginning, and I was kind of worried for Pish, but they really brought it back. And once they got the reins of the game in their hands, they really didn't give it back.
Getting a little bit of server lag for the players here. It seems on both teams. Players asking for a server change. I don't know if we can maybe deal with it, or if we're just going to see what the admins think.
Let me take a look real quick here.
Oh, it may have only been start at the lag, or I'm sorry, lag at the start of the match.
Let's talk to them real quick here and see what they think.
Okay. Regardless, I'll go over currently the map. This is Legacy of the Foe Fire, the second of the 3 in the map rotation. The secondary objective, aside from, of course, the 3 capture points on every map, is a Keep Lord, where each team has a Lord, defended by 2 gates, as well as 4 NPCs, 2 range, 2 melee, and the Lord Keep is actually worth, the Lord is actually worth 150 points. So if your team manages to get 350, you can go in for a kill, immediately winning the game. We actually saw last Sunday Teldos finishing up a game by sneakily going in there and soloing the Guild Lord. Did a terrific job utilizing that secondary objective. Currently waiting for the results on whether or not we're going to continue in this server
I think we're going to
here.
use the same room again. I don't
Okay.
really see anything changing just by moving the rooms here. So I think, and they said it's only at the beginning, so
Alright, well,
yeah, we're
see if we
just
can make
gonna
it
go. I think we're just gonna go. We got the okay from both teams here. So whenever they're ready up on both sides, we'll jump into the second game here. Again, you did just explain the secondary map objective here. Kind of adds an interesting element to the gameplay here. It's kind of a Hail Mary though.
yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Kind of a Hail Mary. And for, I guess that's only, wow, I'm casting an European tournament. We're explaining what a Hail Mary is, I guess. It's kind of a football term where you just throw the ball downfield and you hope to God that one of your teammates catches it for the touchdown. So it's really kind of a risky play. It's like what you would do when you have no other options.
Yeah, or in this case, if you have a firm lead, say you're about 340 to 120 something, you can safely give up your at least 2 or 3 objective points or capture points and go for that secondary objective, knowing that they won't be able to get the points necessary to catch up to you. But exactly as you put it, if you don't manage to kill that Lord, if they get back and defend it in time, you wasted all that time and probably lost the game because of it.
Indeed. Looks like we're waiting on. Looks like Puri dropped out of the game real quick here. Looks like not sure where he went. Once Puri gets back, we'll jump right into the game here for round 2. Who do you think's got the edge on this map, Maker?
I really feel like Pish has a really good chance of winning, but I don't know if Chieftain Ninjas just kind of lost it or if Pish pulled it together, because they clearly had the better start. They were up 30, 50 points right at the very beginning of the game. I feel like if Chieftain Ninjas hold their game together, I feel like they have a very solid chance of pulling this into a third match.
All right, interesting change. It looks like Puri actually swapped off of Mesmer. He's going to go on to Engineer. And so let's take a look at his build here. I guess we actually didn't check his build last time around, but I believe he was running still the standard. Oops, there's that word again. The normal Mesmer build, the Shatter build rather. Anyways, in terms for Puri, it looks like he's going to be running, let's see, Pistol with a Rabbit Amulet. So he's going to be very tanky. He's going to be running, looks like he's going to be running triple might stacking runes. So essentially he's going for might stacking duration, or might duration rather, for this build. So basically, this is a it's kind of a typical HGH engineer. So he's going to get might stacks for every time he uses an elixir from. He's going to get 1 stack of might anytime he uses elixir from the HGH trait. Basically, what he's looking for here is just to stack up his Connie damage as high as possible. He'll also have a pretty respectable amount of power damage as well. So anytime he's popping those grenades out, he's going to do an insane amount of damage. This fight is great for team, or this build rather is great for team fights.
Absolutely, especially with the AoE that it lays down.
One thing to note about this build that's a little bit interesting is he is running a toolkit, meaning he's not going to be running a stun break. So he's not running Elixir R that gives a stun break on the utility use, which also gives the res on the toolkit. He's not going to be using Elixir S either. Well, it looks like now he changed it. So he's going to be running Flamethrower possibly. I don't know what he's going to run. We'll kind of figure it out once the game goes live here. But he was not running a stun break to begin with. Having toolkit, though, makes it a very good duelist build. Being able to throw up 9 stacks Confusion, or is it 8 stacks? You get 5 stacks from the bomb, then you get the additional stacks from the Pistol 3. It's just great. Anyways, we're going to jump right into the game here.
Excellent. This is round 2 of the first match. Team Pish actually takes the first round, and we'll see if Chieftain Ninjas can pull it into the third round. Both teams, of course, getting their swiftness boons, making sure that they can get to their appropriate points as fast as possible. Both teams, of course, doing this at the start. Watching the split here. See, of course, the Guardian for Pish heading to mid is both teams' Guardians, of course, heading to mid. We do see Chieftain Ninja's Engineer heading to their far to Quarry, but it does look like Chieftain Ninja, or I'm sorry, I think I've been mixing these two up.
I wouldn't worry about it. Yeah, this is an interesting choice for Puri. I did see, this either comes 3 more for for Pish.
Ooh, poor Puri is going to get just brutalized over here.
Actually gets Samoa'd right off the bat. He's going to go down. It's going to give them kind of a disadvantage here once they push back in the graveyard, which you can see currently is going to be looks like a 2v2. We have got both the Guardians, we've got the Elementalist, and both teams, but it looks like Chieftain Ninjas will be pushing into mid, trying to take this fight into their advantage now.
Yeah, interesting choice to let him bleed out here, Puri here. They choose not to stomp him to keep him out of the game for that few more seconds longer. They could have let him respawn or start that respawn timer, but they chose to let him bleed out, allowing that 4v5 that much longer. Interesting choice there.
Looks like Guardian Pish did throw down his Sanctuary pretty early in the fight here. I'm not sure if I agree with that utility usage. That is a crucial utility, especially the fact that it is a good stomp prevention for his teammates.
Absolutely.
So we'll have to see how the fight goes in there, if it goes in their favor later on.
We do see both teams having control of one capture point. This is actually a much more even start rather than the last one. We do see both teams fighting for this control over mid here. It doesn't look like either team has a direct advantage quite yet. Well, actually, it looks like Chieftain Ninjas might have 2 on point as a, well, no, it looks like it's a more arriving to the sea. This is a 3v2. It does look like there are currently more Chieftain Ninjas on the point.
Yeah, it looks like CN was trying to tunnel the enemy Mesmer there, Zorby, but they were not able to get him down. Looks like Jexter's going to try to get Jim out of that refuge there, but he's going to have a hard time trying to find out where he's at exactly. It looks like he gets him pretty low here, though.
Seltham actually managed to capture Quarry Farpoint for him, allowing the Team Pish to hold both exterior capture points. This is going to be, I think this is almost the same thing that they had going last round.
Jexter actually did go down here, but they went down in the refuge, and so they'll get res up pretty easy here. Actually, it looks like they're going to leave Rom down. Looks like he actually did Vengeance here, so he's going to try to do as much damage before he goes down. They really need to get that kill before his Vengeance ends, or they will rally. Looks like they do get the kill on Jim.
Looks like he is about to go down.
But Rom did not get the proc, so he will be down for the count.
And does he? I don't think he even has the Sweet Revenge trait, does he? Double check this.
Didn't even look.
Nope, no, he doesn't. Actually, he doesn't even have enough points to.
Yeah, I think that's probably a smart choice. I don't think anyone runs that anymore.
Yeah, it has a proc or a chance to proc survival afterwards, either the trait or not. But we do see all 3 points currently neutralized. Neither team has a single capture point. However, Team Pish currently leading by about 60 points. But as neither team has a capture point, we do see Chieftain Ninjas grab a capture point as well as get a kill, narrowing the gap a little bit closer, slowly getting back into the game.
Now, it looks like Puri did try to push the enemy far point, trying to take that cat back, but it looks like he did lose that. It looks like a 1v2 there, and so looks like they're down to another player again. Chieftain Ninjas keeps putting themselves into a disadvantageous situation going into these fights 4v5. And it looks like because of that
beautiful Sanctuary.
Since they won that fight at Quar, it looks like more one spam was able to actually push into mid, giving the advantage again to Pish.
We do see Jexter die at mid as we see Iromi, the warrior, just about to go down for Chieftain Ninjas. I feel like they maybe got a little bit too heavy in the melee in that fight right there. Ooh, he is about to get the res. Oh, but they do mow him right before the finish. Oh, that was a beautiful play there. Still rezzing, battling for it. Can they get him up? Great knockback there from the Elementalist. He's trying for the spike. Can he get it off? Rez does get the spike. He is dead.
Does not get actually hit his Vengeance up as well. He probably could have gambled on it and then just went for it. You know, at least he would have got a little bit more damage up. But I guess he does get a little bit sooner respawn there than otherwise.
That's true. We do see Tage, the Guardian for Chieftain Ninjas, holding dear for life.
Looks like Jim is actually getting a back cap on Waterfall here. Looks like no one's coming in to stop him. Looks like Puri is actually up on the ledge. Looks like he might come around and go for the stop. I don't think he's going to make it in time. Looks like Jim might get a full cap on this.
No, he should capture it in time.
Oh, he does. Actually gets pulled off. That was awesome play by Puri. Prevents the cap. He's going to get the full cap. Jim doesn't want to fight that 1v1 on point. Can't blame him. He's going to push back into mid. And they should have the advantage here at mid now since Puri will be capping that point back. Looks like Seltham actually does get taken down here on the stairs as well. Actually, he's going to get rezzed up, so no problem. They're going to push back into mid here.
We do see Puri capture the point again. Head right back immediately back into mid. Definitely wants to reinforce this team fight here. We do see Tage for Chieftain Ninjas just about has his heal up. He does get the heal, but it's not quite enough. He's still being hounded.
And for the record, looks like he did have poison there, so that heal wasn't quite as effective as it should have been. Looks like he's going to pick up some of the friend. Looks like the Puri did throw down his crates. So he's going to pick those up, try to get a little bit more health going, just to try to sustain him until his heal comes back off cooldown one more time. Looks like they're going to try to just focus him down. They're actually doing a pretty good amount of damage to him. He does throw Save Yourselves, trying to get more boons there, but it wasn't quite enough to save him. They're going to try to get the res up here. Looks like it's probably going to go off successfully. Oh, I'm taking it back. I'm taking it back so close. Yeah, Jex actually went down in the process there, so I'm not sure if that was a good trade-off. Actually,
yep. Tage down. Jexter dead. 2 down for Chieftain Ninjas. We do see Iromi dead as well. 3 down for Chieftain Ninjas. This is not looking good for them.
And actually, Puri's got a perfect opportunity now to go and try to push in on Quar and get a free cap there. They do have multiple teammates down here, so if they push in, actually, they're going to push on him here. Zorby
be able to neutralize. No, another great pull. Wow.
Taste of his own medicine.
Well played, well played. We love that focus pull. Oh, great. Oh, wow. You see that interesting that portal there. Just heading right, just cutting off the distance. We do see him heading towards mid. We see currently Team Pish actually has control of 2 exterior control points, capture points, currently leading by about double the points. Chieftain Ninjas
Oh!
absolutely neutralize points to get back in this game. Oh, wow, great rally by Puri. We do see Puri and Jexter both at mid, both looking pretty low. I feel like the Chieftain Ninjas are just a little bit too squishy. They just seem to be getting blown up so much faster than Team Pish.
Definitely. I mean, they are running a warrior and a thief, so they have a very high burst in their comp, but again, they are very squishy. And again, with Tage running kind of a little bit different setup here. Again, with I believe he's running Shaman's Amulet. I just don't think he's as tanky as he could be. I'm not sure. He might have switched out in this last game, actually. Let me take a look here. It actually looks like he's running Soul's Amulet, so I take that back. So he should be a little bit more tanky here, but I just feel like he's just getting eaten up so quickly here in these team fights.
And we do see Chieftain Ninjas actually manage to neutralize a point, and it looks like they're actually not going to be able to reinforce it, so they will be able to manage to capture Quarry. We see the Elementalists wannabe Thief actually heading up back towards mid. Wants to reinforce that, at least back it up, keep it neutralized. If Chieftain Ninjas manage to keep hold of capture points and make sure that Pish does not capture any points, they actually they stand a pretty good chance of making their way back into this game.
Looks like Jim does avoid the stomp there with the teleport, but I think he's probably going to go down here soon anyway. Actually, yep, he's going to go down here just shortly. He does get the stealth off, but no one's going for the res on him, so he's going to go down here just shortly, trying to get as much damage out as he can before he gets taken out. Looks like Puri's down over here again as well. I feel like Puri's spending a lot of the game here laying down. I don't know. He keeps trying to push for these far points, but it's not really working out in his favor. I don't think he's really running the correct build for those off-node fights.
We see Guardian of Pish here holding off at least 3 people for a good 30 seconds, doing an incredible job bunkering this point, making sure it's neutralized, staying out of any team's favor. I feel like now that Pish actually has a capture point, all they have to do is lean on him. Make sure that they do not get a Lord Rush, just lean on him and they can hold this.
It looks like Zorby did throw a Moa there on Tage and took him out pretty quickly. Just when you get Moa, you don't really have any defensive abilities at your disposal, and you just go down instantly. Moaing a Guardian is like one of the best uses of Guardian, or of Moa rather, that you can use.
Absolutely, absolutely. Even actually, they did just recently nerf the Moa number 5, the Runaway, the escape ability. It used to run, what was it, like 1,200, 600 yards, feet, or whatever it is, and now it just
I think they have
a short leap away.
Yeah, I think they have it. It was really nice beforehand. It's still really good though. I mean, the fact that you have abilities at your disposal when you're Moa is just amazing. Yet again, though, we are seeing Chieftain Ninjas kind of losing this mid fight here. They got wannabe Thief down. Rom did go down here previously. Looks like Puri is kind of on the outside of the fight here. He's gonna have to disengage here. He's gonna try to push Quarry once again, but Zorby is already there waiting for him. He did get focus pulled, trying to interrupt him here. I think Puri is probably gonna take him down here again pretty quickly. He doesn't really have anywhere to go.
We do see Tage for Chieftain Ninjas that managed to capture Waterfall and head back into mid, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be enough. Currently, Team Pish, they did just lose a point. It is 1 capture point each, but Team Pish is currently leading by about 200 points. If they wanted to, they could actually rush the Guild Lord and end the game right now, but they actually have a pretty safe lead. I don't think they would need to do that at all.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Well, actually, it looks like Rom pushes towards Quarry, but decides to just bail on it. Not sure exactly what his idea was there. Looks like he's going to loop back around, probably come back up towards mid again and try to fight for that midpoint.
We do see Team Pish manage to grab a second capture point. It is looking incredibly bleak for Chieftain Ninjas today. We do see, actually, a Romy for Chieftain Ninjas rush right into the middle, midpoint, slowly getting backed up, but it's going to be too little, too late. Immediately he gets DPS down. Tage in midpoint, immediately losing a member. Oh man, and it looks like Pish is reinforcing mid. I don't picture Chieftain Ninjas making a comeback in this game.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it really either. Again, I guess we can't really call it until it's over, just in case. You know, there could be something crazy, but I mean...
There could be something crazy. They could decap both points, hold off, and somehow pull a miraculous Guild Lord kill.
Yeah, it would have to be... It'd be pretty spectacular, but hey, you know, I won't count anything out.
Well, regardless, Team That's So Pish actually had incredible results last Sunday, so this is almost expected. Chieftain Ninjas, although showing a pretty good display of skill and teamwork here today, it's just not quite enough to trump Team That's So Pish.
Agreed. Yeah, Pish did place second place. They lost to Team Paradigm in the final rounds of the Kings of Beta tournament last weekend. If any of you guys were watching that. So again, like Smaker said, kind of expected. I think Pish is a team favorite here. For those watching, Vonathil actually did leave the team for whatever reason, and it looks like they brought in, I guess it'd be Guardian of Pish is their new player. No, it's Jim Battlemaster, right?
Jim.
All right, so I'm not exactly sure who replaced who the new Guardian is. I'm not sure what the player name was, but yeah, there's a little bit of a roster change, so a little bit different than last weekend.
Yeah, and it looks like good game. Team That's So Pish wins 2-0 against Chieftain Ninjas in the first match of today's Masters of the Mid.